Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome back to Project Zomboid and myself, Paddy the Pint Man Losty. We left you last with Paddy in a bit of a position, really. As you can see, he's a bit of a nudey Dudey at the moment. He's just drying his clothes off. But Paddy, as you can see, got a few little bites. Well, not bites, or lacerations and scratches around himself, and we were a little bit worried about himself, if he was going to heal up or if he was going to end up with the fever as it is. As it stands, he's looking alright at the minute. You know, he's not got a fever or anything like that, which is good going, and we're kind of hoping it continues that way. We're just going to continue on. Just down the road from here, we found a few police cars, a few squad cars that we were potentially going to see if we could get ourselves into. There was a good few little groups and things like that knocking about around the neighbourhood, and we were going to try and tackle a few of them. We drew a few of them away by basically running through them as fast as we could and hopping the fence. And for those of you out there who remembers, bit of fence hopping in people's gardens. It was great crack when you were young. Bit of fence hopping, you couldn't go wrong with it. But yeah, that's where we're at the minute, and we've got a decent stock of food at the moment in the kitchen. There's a little bit of a blood splatter on the floor there where he bandaged up. Yeah, we've got a decent bit of food in here as well. You can see we're all frozen up, and we've got a decent supply of tin food here as well to keep us going. So we're not too bad a spot. We're pretty well equipped here. We've got a good few weapons. Yeah, we're doing alright. Can't really complain. I don't need the shoes at the minute. I've got my big boots. But we also talked about getting the house fortified, what my visions were for fortifying the house. And we're going to use some of the trees from just down the road here. Once we get just get in a better position that we can start tackling that kind of egregious business, if you will. We've raided a few of these houses. I think I saw a zombie loitering about over there. Might have a gander. See what he's up to. And then some of these houses had some bods in them that were knocking about that we wanted to tackle a few of them. Have axe to the face. I want to ask you a question. Someone's knocking at the door. Someone's ringing a bell. Good night. Good night. Just going for a bit of a wee in the bushes there, I'd say. Well, he's not too bad equipped. He's got his nice fireman suit on, so he's well prepared for this weather. Bad as the Irish weather. Last few game days, it's been absolutely lashing. Good few times actually. We tried to get in here on our last episode, if you remember, but when we peeked in the door, about 5 billion zombies came moseying out to meet me. I just dragged them away from it. So we're just staying quiet. Here we are. Could do with a bit of makeup. They were all how strange. They were all just loitering about in the kitchen there. Weird. You can never get too many knives in this game. And a pan. Remember our fateful pan to the face for the fireman. That's where we got this outfit, actually. We got off a panned fireman. And a bit of cheese for good measure. We're done and dusted in here. Excuse me. We are done and dusted. It's just been lashing in. And yeah, actually I got my towns completely mixed up as well earlier on. We're a completely different town than I thought. And the town centre is actually just to Paddy's left, actually. I'll just close the window again, what an idiot. it. It's actually just to Paddy's left as you look at him there. Town centre is, so we're even closer to it, but I was actually mixing it up with West Point. I normally do start on West Point, and yeah, I just mix it up. Silly me. Get a few of these in. Hello there. Nails. Oh, it's handy to have. By the sounds of it, there's someone on the far side of the door, is there? Oh, he's obviously outside or something, is he? It was worth keeping an eye on. And there's something we were actually looking for, was a bucket. A bucket's a great joke to have. You can just chuck it outside and Bob's your uncle. It just fills up a water. If you are stuck for some bin bags and whatnot for getting yourself set up for a bit of long-term survival, grab a few of these here. They're good for breaking down and getting your electronic skill up. Fresh dead mouse. Oh, decent. But early on in the game, though, there's no point of chucking that bucket outside and, you know, collecting water. As is, if you've got the water supply still on, fill every bit of gear that you've got with water. It's just a pain then doing it later. Saves you a job. Just saves you a job boiling it later on and all that stuff. Is he knocking on that door, is he? Where is he? I think he's banging on the outside of this, is he? Ah, he's obviously upstairs. There's not really... Well, I might as well go have a nosy upstairs, see what's knocking about. Of course. Sure, we might wander in. Yeah, anyway, thanks for looking at the videos anyway, folks. I hope there's some sort of interest to you. I'm playing this game for a long old time and quite enjoy it. And nice to get a bit of feedback as well from you about what you're liking, what you aren't liking. Mostly stuff you're not liking. Bit too quiet on the mic, I think it was some of the time, and some people said they don't know what a lula is. Lula is basically just something a bit mad in the head. Zombies, that is. Yeah, just generally nothing up here in this place. Not worth your time. Then inside the congregation, the parish. Do one for the parish. We'll eventually come out of there, and you might as well just... Good night, Father. Might as well knock him out. But yeah, there's the gang we met earlier. How are you, lads? You just keep following me down here. This spot that I'm just going down here to, where Rosewood, is actually a really good spot to fortify. I'll actually, sure, we'll have a runner. We'll go down and we'll say hello. These houses down here. Just the way he runs, it looks like he needs a dump. Yeah, just down here there's a great little spot actually to fortify. That house there in particular right in front of you is pretty handy. You can literally just block this at that end of the road with a few cars and then just put up a little wall in front of your house there, and Bob's your uncle, you're all squared away. I didn't need that. Very defendable, good little spot. But even better again is heading down to this next house here, this one here, fortifying that one up. Really handy. It's a good little spot, and you're away from everything. But I like where we are. It's not too bad a spot. We can easily get that fortified as well, and start looking at long-term gains, really. But you never know. As time goes on, we might actually just lift and shift from where we are and move to a completely different base down here, but one of them. Because even early on, if you get yourself, you know, a car or something, you can just chuck it in front of that gate there, and there you are. You've got yourself completely fortified property. That's quite handy, actually. Yeah, I've done a fair few games down here where I've just E-axe, where I've just fortified this place up. I think she's the faster of the two, is she? She is. Marginally. Slow as a wet week, the pair of them. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Have yourself a merry little Xmas. Him and his Adidas didn't get him far, did they? Didn't get him far at all. Hospital gown. She feeling down the dumps. Yeah, there is actually, oddly in the game, there's no like major hospitals or anything like that. A few clinics and things like Dr. Hartman's or Cortman's clinic and things like that, but no big hospitals really. Disappointingly. The mod that I used, there's a military base that gets added to it much further up the road from here. Another generator, happy days. Some plunger action. Yeah, it's further up the road here. That's got a massive hospital in it, and it's always absolutely rammed. And it scared the bejesus out of you when you go into it. I think this place looks pretty decent. We might as well pop our heads in and see if there's any food on the go. See if Maureen's got the fry on. In you get. Someone loitering about in the house, but sure, we're not too concerned. Crafted trigger. You cheeky bugger. That's how we got nabbed in the last one, actually. And I tell you, the volume of the zombies has actually turned down in this game. I thought I could hear one of them coming. Cheeky little bugger. Nabbed them anyway. Just go going. And that's the thing I really love about this game. It's just that's it, you know. You mess up, that's it, game over. It's good. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, it's good like that. I absolutely love that. You're never really 100% comfortable in this game, because it's just, you can be, you know, 6 months into this game and just out looting, having a bit of crack in a few of the houses around, you know, where you're based, getting a bit of food, whatever it may be, and bang, good night. Just someone creeps up behind you, and that's you done and dusted. Done and dusted. Annoying as it is, it just makes you, yeah, I just think it adds a bit of flavour to the game, really. Bit of permadeath. You never just get too comfortable. I don't know if I can hop these. But you can. Jeez, you wouldn't want to be falling on them now. Spike in the arse. No, thank you. The only downside to these, I played it a few games ago. I hopped one of these fences, hopped over and landed basically in a big pack of zombies and just chewed his arse off. But it's a handy little tactic now, having those been able to hop those big fences. It's just like that. Like I drew a big horde of them away from the town here, and it leaves me a bit of time to raid this supermarket here, which is quite handy. I know we didn't get away on our holidays. Travel. Ah, Jesus. You go away. Drag them behind the parish. He's getting a bit tired, he is. He's carrying a lot of gear, and as you can see up there, just underneath my watch, he's suffering from a bit of exhaustion. There's a zombie coming out of those bushes. Line of sight broke. It should be alright. Should have got rid of a few of them. Yeah. Happy days to go back and dump all this stuff at the house. Yeah, you probably noticed there, and I've said it before, I think sometimes the survival element, especially in this kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, skill level, I think sometimes there's just a little bit too much food in the game, that it actually discourages, like the long-term survival element of the game, and that's the farming. Those lads looks like they finished banging it in. That's the farming element of it. It kind of gets rid of it out of the game, which is, you know, some people like, some people don't. Mouse frozen away. Get the peas away. You can now stew at some stage. Yeah, I think sometimes just the abundance of tinned food and all of that kind of stuff just takes away a certain element of survival out of the game, because people are just comfortable where they are. They don't have to really worry about the long game as such, farming and things like that. Whereas if you do actually, you know, reduce that food to extremely rare, which I think is the only way really to play this, it adds a really nice element to the game. Adds a really nice element to the game, if you ask me. You know, you have to get involved with that farm, and you have to, you just have to engage with the process, really. Get these electronics magazines read. Really want to see the how to connect a generator magazine. Did I pick up 2 of them? What a gone bean. Get them away. Get these war balls. Fill them, put into storage. But yeah, the long game with this, you know, and doing a bit of farming and things like that, it's great fun actually. I think it's one of the nicer elements of the game. And it does add a real element to it, because you can get those really harsh winters in this game. And you can, if you're not well prepared, you do struggle for food. And I've been caught out quite a few times with the long game with this, and not having enough food and whatnot. So it does happen. It does happen from time to time that you do get nabbed, you know, not enough food and things like that. And you just get in a point where, if you play that extremely rare, there's just not a lot of food, and you have to farm. There's no way around it. You have to farm. And source the men from the boys, really. That's where I was sticking the booze and sticking it all in there. Well, I think I might actually what I do. I think it'd be silly to go to town with him at this. Him tired and whatnot, and yeah, I'll leave running back up to the town. I'll definitely keep adding a few boards to the windows here. Really should have put that board there. Hey ho, we're not too bad around here actually at the minute. So how are we doing? How are those bandages coming along? It's looking alright actually, yeah. not too bad. Don't think we found actually any antidepressants just yet. So you could do with him. He's feeling a bit down. Hasn't had enough pints in his life. Yeah, he's feeling a bit down. See if we got anything on the TV here. See if we can get any of our skill points up as well. Someone sent me a message, just asked me as well, would I be able to reference some of the mods I use? I do use a few mods in here, not many of them. I use Filibuster's Rhymes, vehicle modification, legendary weapons is another one, and basically the correction for the durability of the weapons as well, because the vanilla game itself, the durability of the weapons, like a hammer, like you think of a hammer, if you get, I don't know, how many skulls would you get out of a hammer? I don't know. I hope I never find out. But you could maybe hit 50 zombies with a hammer and it would break. Never, not in a million years, would you have a hammer that would break after, you know, cracking 50 skulls. And yeah, it's the durability in the vanilla game of weapons is pretty pants, really. And I think it just adds a bit of realism to it, really, putting that mod in. What else do I play with? A few corrections to inventory, books and things like that, but nothing really that major. And I think that's us done and dusted for Woodcraft today. It is indeed. What skill is he on now? That's good going, actually. Yeah, he's up to carpentry level. Yeah, that's pretty decent. For those of you know, maybe new to watching the videos, carpentry, getting the levels up, it just makes all your fortifications a bit more durable, allows you to build better fortifications as well, better walls and things like that. Just, again, makes them more durable. Did we get any antidepressants, or is he going to have to suffer in silence? He's going to have to suffer in silence, sadly. Ooh, didn't mean to open that. Still didn't mean to open that. We'll eventually, potentially, even get rid of that stairs so he can sleep in comfort. Might do. Don't know, really. May or may not do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismantle this. I've actually got some chocolate down there, so I might actually go down and eat some chocolate, and that'll help get rid of some of that depression off him. And you come out. They're very fancy drawers, apparently. Did it empty it? Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, it's empty, Cecil. Just an easy bit of wood. Helps get your skill up, and you might get a plank or two out of it. Ugh, sod's law, didn't get any planks out of it at all. Let's see if we can. Ah, left me screwdriver downstairs. I think we dismantled everything in there, yeah. We did indeed. No, it's just in there. There's a wardrobe. Yeah, we've got everything dismantled we can do. Chocolate. Ah, we don't have any chocolate. That is sod's law. Got anything to bring his mood up? No, we don't. And have we a drop of ice cream? Have we? Not even a screed of ice cream for the chap. What we could do is, you actually do a bit of cooking. I think a stir fry. Do some. Get all these on frozen. I might actually go next door as well, and yeah, I'll go next door next time and grab the microwave. Just having the microwave just helps you defrost things a little bit. I know somebody saying, "Wow, it's that detailed." Yes, it is that detailed. The game has that much detail in it. He needs to be fed anyway. If you have a look, see, is that still? He's gone up a pound or kilo even. Sorry, in this, so it's not too bad. We were talking about his underweight skill, that trait that he's got. We're trying to actually get rid of that out of it, so he's got a bit better pushback and he's got a little bit better fitness. They all defrosted now, have they? Create a stir fry. No, they haven't. Leave a bit of chicken out to defrost. Where is our chicken stir fry? Do apologise to those vegetarians out there. Tough times. Tough times for Paddy Losty. He needed to get himself back in the meat game. Open egg can. I think I can chuck an old egg in there. Yeah, that brings his happiness down. Yep, that's a decent stir fry there. I don't think I picked up any salt or anything like that, did I? I need to remember. We can't do everything around here. Yeah, we didn't pick up any salt or anything. So let's chuck all them back in there and get them all frozen up again. They can live to be cooked another day. Yeah, I think just going back down to the town just when he's that tired. And he's kind of out of sync at the minute as well with time. I don't like running around at that early hour on, so I think yeah, it was wise to keep him here. Get some food on the go. I swear I can hear a zombie somewhere around. I don't know if anyone else can hear that. Sounds like it's just pacing around in a house somewhere. Yeah, I think there is one. I think I missed the TV show as well. Ah, that'll do the job. We'll get his unhappiness down a little bit. Eat the whole thing. You want to fatten you off, Paddy. Losing weight without the pints. That's what's wrong. Shocking stuff. Perfecto. Yeah, brought down. Getting a tad bit weepy. Not too bad. Happy with that. How it actually got down, I was telling you, is that I played on thinking he was dead and I was going to let the carry, so on and so forth, yeah. Oh, too full. Will we have a bottle of wine? Get his mood back in check? I think so. We had a tub of ice cream and it just like destroyed his happiness level. It's really silly. The developers need to change it. They've made frozen ice cream depress you. It's really bizarre. Yeah, don't ask me why they've done it, but yeah, they've basically made it make you depressed when you eat it frozen. So you have to let it defrost and then actually eat it. It's a bit silly, but we're not talking. I'm sure they'll fix it. As I said, they've been fantastic. Down through the years, you know, getting this game developed to the great state that it's in now. And yeah, go on, Paddy, get your drinks in. Bit of red wine. It's no pint, but it'll have to do you. It'll just have to do you, Paddy. Dreadfully sorry. And as you can see, he's absolutely wellied. He is. And he's still feeling a little bit sad. Get out of it. Be happy as Larry after a bottle of wine. Happy as Larry. I think the other one's a little bit bigger. Yeah, it is. What I'll do is I'm going to get rid of that smaller one. Just saves having to refill them all the time. Just going around like a proper wino. With a wine bottle full of water. Fair play to him. More power to his elbow. TV off and send him to bed. He'll have a sore head after that, he will. We weren't out of the clear with fever, but I think really we're in the clear now. Really, I think if through to the next morning he's all good, I think we're all good. I think he'll live on. Some would say the luck of the Irish. Some would say the luck of Paddy the Pint Man Losty. I don't know, but he got bloody lucky. got a few lacerations and things like that. It was bloody awful. Just it was me not looking really what I was doing. Nearly got him killed in like episode 3. Would have been disappointing, but yeah, he survived, which is good going. Yeah, he's trundling along, Paddy. Happy days. Yeah, I think we're... I won't say it. I think we're okay. I think. But we got a little trip downtown. We raided a house down there as well. I did want to get into shops here, but I'm conscious of time for you guys. I don't want to keep you much longer than needs be. And what I'll do is, I think I'll leave you here, and let Paddy finish off watching a bit of television. But guys, my name's Paddy the Pipeman Losty. Pleasure having you here again, and I hope you're enjoying the series so far. And if you do like it, you're enjoying it, hit the subscribe and like button there. Any feedback, anything like that, let me know. Thanks very much. Have a lovely evening. Take care.